そんなことが。それで修験たちの行方は？
ヘブンズの蓮なら知ってるかもしれない。
ヘブンズの蓮？待ちなさい。蓮に会うつもりなの？
手がかりはそれしかないんだ。
よしなさい。みすみす死にに行くようなものだわ。
俺はどうしても修験たちに会わなくちゃならないんだ。親父の仇を討つために。
まだわからないの？憲法は人を生かすためにこそある。己の感情に任せて剣を振るえば、あなたも邪道に落ちるのよ。
俺のことは放っておいてくれ。もうあなたに迷惑をかけたくないんだ。
そう。だったら勝手になさい。
Good morning, everyone. Now, last time we did the Cha-1 sign, and we met a guy who knew about Yundazu named Zhang. He didn't know where he was, but he told us someone who might know where he is. So we got to find this guy called Ren. Ren of the Heavens is apparently hanging out over at Aberdeen somewhere, so I guess we can head on over there at some point.
Ano...
悪いんだけど、ここは通れないんですよ。もうしばらくしたら工事の方も終わりますから。
そうですか。すいません。
ごめんなさいね。伏線街の方に回ってください。もうしばらくしたら工事の方も終わりますから。
わかりました。
すみません。伏線街の方へ回ってください。
Well, because of the construction works, we can't go to the Wise Men's Quarter, but we can still get to Aberdeen via the Lucky Charm Quarter, which is fine. Now, that little falling out with Siu Ying we just had means that we're not staying at our house anymore. Which means that we don't have to do this stupid book carrying thing every morning. And thank God for that, because after like the third day that got kind of boring. From now on, our mornings are free. No more stupid, repetitive, boring tasks for us. Unless we need money, in which case, yeah, there'll be plenty more menial, terrible jobs to do.
ねえあんた、最近ホテルに全然帰ってないんだって？
ああ。
どこで寝てんの？まさかグランドホテルにでも泊まってんの？
グランドホテル？
栄光岩にある高級ホテルだよ。あんたが泊まれるようなホテルじゃないか。泊まるんならうちのホテルがお似合いだよ。
考えとく。
何よ、人の親切を無駄にするなって言ってんのよ。
悪かった。また世話になるよ。
場所は覚えてる？最賃街の蓬莱旅社だよ。
ああ、分かってる。
ちょっと
急いでるんだ。また後でな。
まったく可愛げないやつだな。
Well, if we need to go to sleep, we'll go to the come-over guest house. Still not going to pay the guy, though. God, no. Let's go to Aberdeen. No, hang on, wait, there's Fangmei here. Let's speak to her first.
りょうさん。
なんだ？
どんな風な、なんていうか、お好みなんですか？
どんな風？
例えば可愛いとか、綺麗とか。
Well, Fangmei, wouldn't you like to know? I don't know about you guys, but for me, there's only one obvious answer.
可愛い方かな。どちらかといえば。
え？
綺麗なのはなかなか懐かないからな。それなら小さくて可愛い方がいい。
何のお話を？
何って猫の話だろ？
本気ですか？
何がだ？
もういいです。
どうしたんだ？何がもういいんだ？
もういいったらいいんです。
なんだ、変なやつだな。
はあ。
Oh, Rio, don't ever change. I think deep down he still has a place in his heart for good old Shenmue. And cats in general, I suppose. I think Rio just really likes cats. I think that's just one of the things about him.
おい、
はい、なんでしょう。
ヘブンズのレンって知らないか？
レン
知ってるのか？
兄貴、やばいんじゃないっすか？
お前たちよりもか？
俺たちが毒蛇なら、やつは狼ですぜ。仲間率いて悪さしやがるんでさ。
危険な男か？
関わらない方がいいですぜ。
奴はどこにいる？
ビバリーヒルズワーフに。
案内してくれ。
勘弁してください。命がいくらあっても足りませんぜ。
わかった。
Okay, so now we have another objective. We need to find Beverly Hills Wharf. That's apparently where Ren of the Heavens hides out. And these two losers are too chicken to show us the way, so we're kind of on our own here. We have to find it ourselves. Luckily, it's not too far from here. Alternatively, we could just ask someone else, because, yeah, this guy will do.
すいません。
わしに用かな？
ビバリーヒルズワーフに行きたいんですが。
ついてきなされ。
お願いします。
I love that. The two Poison brothers, like the big tough guys, are like, nope, not going anywhere near Beverly Hills Wharf. Fuck that noise. And then this old man's just like, yeah, sure, I'll take you there.
ほれ、着いたわい。
ありがとうございました。
なんの。
It was more nearby than I thought it'd be. Well, time to find Ren of the Heavens.
ビバリーヒルズワーフ、レンはここに。
なんだてめえは。ここはよそ者が来る場所じゃねえよ。怪我しねえうちにとっとと消えろ。
Curses, there's a man guarding the door. We need to find some other way into Beverly Hills Wharf. Let's go to the workers' pier and ask random people for information. Because I guess it's been a while since we've done that, and that's kind of a Shenmue staple, really.
すいません。
何でしょうか？
ビバリーヒルズワーフに入る方法を知りませんか？
私は入ったことありませんから、直接ヘブンズの人に聞いてみたらどうですか？
そうですか。どうも。
Well, now we have to find members of the Heavens. I guess this bit is supposed to be a little bit reminiscent of Shenmue 1, where you're trying to find out information about the Mad Angels. I suppose there are a few similarities here and there.
すいません。
はーい。
ヘブンズの奴らを見かけませんでしたか？
やめてよ。大きな声で。
Yeah, this is looking kind of familiar.
ヘブンズの奴らですが。
やめてってば。
ちょっとしたことでもいいんです。
うちには来てほしくないの。ああいう人たちが集まりそうな危ないところを探してよ。
すいません。すいません。ちょっと。
はいはい。鳩の枝ね。
いえ、ヘブンズの奴らを見かけませんでしたか？
見とればこんな安らかに眠っとれんわ。
そうですか。ちょっとしたことでもいいんです。何か心当たりは？
わしはストリートギャングなどに関わりたくないんじゃ。
そうですか。ちょっとしたことでもいいんです。
ひょっとして奴らと喧嘩するつもりか？
いえ、ヘブンズですが。
そんなに会いたければ行け。アームレスリング場にでも。あそこは連中の仕事場みたいなもんじゃ。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。ヘブンズの奴らを見かけなかったかな？
ヘブンズ？今日は来てねえな。なんでだか知らねえが、最近あんまり来ねえんだよ。
そうか。
他は当たってみちゃどうだい？
他って？
ヘブンズの連中は海運不当でギャンブルにハマってるって聞いたぜ。
海運不当のギャンブルか。
ま、自分で言って確かめるこった。
わかった。行ってみるよ。
Well, the Heavens like to gamble a lot, so Fortune's Pier has quite a few gambling places. We saw one of them earlier. I think I showed it off. It was the bit where you get to play big and small. There's lots of other places where you can gamble here as well.
トクリンさ
ん。おお、どうした？
この辺でヘブンズを見かけませんでしたか？
あいつらなら あの辺の賭博場によくいるぜ。
わかりました。行ってみます。
Okay, let's check out these gambling places. Also, this part of the game, Joy's motorcycle is here. Although I can't seem to find her around here. I don't know if she's hanging out at a particular place, but... well, we can't really speak to her right now. She's busy doing something or another. Well, let's go look for a gambling house.
兄ちゃん、この先にいいギャンブル場があるんだ。遊んでけよ。案内するぜ。こっちだ。
Oh, he's gonna lead us to a gambling place, although we don't really need to follow him because it's right here. There are quite a few gambling places like this. You can, if you look at the little logo by the door, the big green G thing, that means it's a gambling place, and you can see that sign dotted around at a few places in the harbour, and that shows you can play some gambling games. In warehouse number 9, you get to play roll on top. The maximum bet at this table is like $20, which isn't a lot, so I played this a little bit. Now what you're supposed to do is ask these guys about where the heavens hang out, and of course they won't give you any information unless you play one game with them. This applies for a lot of the guys who run gambling stalls. If you try to ask the guys who run lucky hit stands, for example, they won't tell you any information unless you play a game with them. At that point, you can choose to play a game with them, so they'll give you the information, or you could just do what a normal person would do and just ask someone else. But in this case, yeah, you have to play a gambling game.
いや、やめとこう。
なんで？つまらねえな。
すいません。
なんだい、若いの。
この辺でヘブンズを見かけませんでしたか？
連中なら8番倉庫によくいるぜ。
8番倉庫。
夜の7時過ぎによく集まってるみたいだな。
夜7時過ぎ、8番倉庫。わかりました。8番倉庫ってどっちですか？
隣の倉庫だ。出て右に行くと赤いシャッターの倉庫がある。
赤いシャッターの倉庫。
そこが8番倉庫だ。周りを回れば入り口はすぐ見つかる。
わかりました。行ってみます。
So it turns out the heavens hang out at warehouse number 8. Again, I guess this is supposed to be another throwback to Shenmue 1. You have to go to warehouse number 8 at night. Just like in Shenmue 1. Although unlike Shenmue 1, you don't have to do a silly stealth section to get to it. It's right next doors.
8番倉庫。ここだな。7時まで待ってみるか。
Still early in the day. It's only 12 o'clock. No point in wasting an entire day. Might as well do some other things. Like getting a drink.
ジュースか。
Although, if you were like me when I first played this game and you want to just plow through the story, it is nice that the game lets you just wait outside the warehouse with the automatic time skip feature.
当たり感だ。
Woohoo! Winning can! But yeah, that was kind of one of the big problems about Shenmue 1 that Shenmue 2 corrected, was that now you can skip time for certain story events. Which is great, because there were a few times in Shenmue 1 where it kind of got a bit annoying when you had to wait for things. I think the two I can remember were... well, you had to get the job from Goro. You had to be at the warehouse at 12 o'clock. And there was also when you bought the boat ticket at the terrible travel agents and you had to wait for like 3 or 4 hours. And there was no way of just waiting for it. You had to just kill time yourself. Which is fine if you like all the extra stuff the game throws at you, like playing at video game arcades, but if you don't, then you're kind of stuffed. You have to just sit there and wait for it, and you're like, well, nothing else to do. But for now, there are some things we can do, like speaking to Fangmei.
りょうさん、
ん？なんだ？
たまにはお手紙でも出されたらいかがですか？
手紙？
はい。日本の、お友達とかにです。
手紙か。そうだな。イネさんには出した方がいいかもしれない。
イネさん？
俺を育ててくれた人だよ。
ああ、それはぜひ出すべきですよ。
そうか。
はい、絶対そうです。
そうだな。
I wonder how Ino-san is doing back at home looking after the Hazuki house with no Hazukis in it.
さん。
どうしたファンメ。
今朝、すごく綺麗な朝焼けを見たんです。それはもう、本当にとっても素敵だったんですよ。
そうか。
りょうさんも、たまには早起きしたらどうです？きっといいこと。
そうだな。そのうちやってみるよ。
Okay, let's head to the back of the Manmo temple, into the backyard. Maybe we'll meet Su Ying there. We were kind of an ass to her this morning. Although there is this guy, he's looking rather suspicious. Let's see what he's up to. Wait, hang on, she was outside just now. How did she...
何をやってるんだ？なんだよ。いいだろ別に。
あら、りょうさん、どうしたんです？
俺もいるんだけど。
こんにちは、自然さん。それは？
カメラ。
なんで自然さんがカメラなんて。
いや、珍しい鳥が止まってたからさ。なんだよ。
そうだ、一緒に撮ってもらいましょうよ。
一緒にって俺とか？
もちろん。さ、こっちこっち。
自然
さん、お願い。綺麗に撮ってくださいね。
おい。
いいからいいから。
なんで俺が。
いい記念になりますから。
じゃあ映すぞ。
Oh, for the love of... At least try to smile, Rio! Jesus!
じゃあ次は。
自然さんお願い。もう一枚。
もう一枚？わかったよ。じゃあ行くぞ。
Looks like her hair's clipping into him there.
今ので最後だよ。
りょうさん、どっちが欲しい？
Might as well do the one where Fangmei is doing a cute pose. Also, you can see more of Ryo's really stiff, awkward pose.
はい、りょうさん。大事にしてくださいね、りょうさん。
ああ。
自然さん、どうもありがとう。
お安いご用だよ。それじゃ。
For the record, Sequan is 16 years old in the game, so I think it's okay for him to have a crush on Fangmei. Although taking a picture of her from a distance is a little bit creepy, but never mind that, we have a picture of Fangmei now. There we go. So let's head on out and... Actually, wait, hang on. Before we do that, let me just check something. Okay, Fangmei's not here. So where did she go, and why was she in there, even though she was outside? Hey, what? You were just in there just now. I just took your had my photo... You know what? Now I'm curious. I've got to go to the Manmo bistro and check, because if she's in here having lunch with Eileen while all that was happening, then I can only assume that she's some kind of witch with magic powers that can teleport or something.
Toっとと石原をよこさってんだよ、ほら。
やめてください、お願いです。
被害者は俺たちだぜ。てめえらがあんましまジム食わせるからよ。出すもの出さねってんなら。
やめなさい、あなたたち。
なんだてめえよ。
And how did you get
大
here?
丈夫ですか？私が相手になります。外に出なさい、悪党。
おいおい、声が震えてるぜ、お嬢ちゃん。
震えてなどいません。
だとちょろちょろ出てくな、こんガキ。
そこまでだ。
りょう
てめえは
さん、りょうさん。
ファンメイ、あとは任せろ。
同志には黙ってます。思いっきりやっちゃってください。
というわけだ。来い。
この
やったね。
Okay, you have to admit, that was pretty impressive.
その痛みを忘れるな。次は容赦しない。
くそ。
それから二度とこの子に近づくな。この店にもな。
いいだ。
覚えてやがれ、この野郎。
りょうさん。今日のことは同志には。
ああ、そうだな。
ですよね。二人だけの秘密ですよね。じゃあ私先に帰ってますから。
ああ、気をつけてな。
はい。りょうさん、どうもありがとう。
Well, let's not speak of what happened here ever again. Let's go down here and buy some toy capsules, because hey, it's been a while. Time for some virtual on robots.
やってみるか。
Also noticed that we're in the wise men's quarter, even though they said there was construction works going on. Well, there's no construction works anymore. In fact, I'm pretty doubtful there were any to begin with, because that barrier is up there, purely to direct you to the Lucky Charm quarter, so that you can have that cutscene with Joy where she tells you to move back into the come-over guest house. The moment you have that cutscene, the barrier's gone, so you can go back into the wise men's quarter if you really wanted to, like straight after seeing Joy. Wait, isn't this the same as Balkeros, but at a slightly different... Ah, whatever. Stupid geometric shapes, who cares? I'm out of here. Okay, I think that's enough dicking around. Let's head on over to the harbour and wait at warehouse number 8. And I'd like to show my appreciation for Shenmue 2's time skip feature, because if this was Shenmue 1, you'd have to manually wait for 8 or 7 o'clock yourself. You have to find your own ways of killing time at the video game arcades or whatever.
Here.
So this is where they're keeping all the forklifts. If they let me use these, then my job at the harbour would be a lot easier.
Heavens というのはお前たちか。
何？だったら何だってんだ。
レンという男を探しているんだ。 合わせてもらえないか。このガキふざけてんぜ。レンを探している。合わせてくれ。なんだよなんだこのガキ、口の利き方を知らねえらしいな。レンさんを呼び捨てにしたらどうなるか思い知らせてやるぜ。
I have to ask, did they use, like, photo models or references of some sort when they made the faces for these guys? Because, like, the guy in black there, he has this really weird, scowly face, and I'm trying to imagine what... Like, why would you make him look like that? I don't know, sometimes it's obvious when you can tell they just use the face of, like, a person as, like, another person's face, but other times I'm not sure, and I'm not sure if they use, like, a reference for someone or just drew it themselves. I don't know the process of making these characters. I mean, there's some nice variation here, don't get me wrong. All these gang members all look unique and different from one another. They don't have like a generic gang face or whatever. And of course the game has about 700 unique NPCs, so yeah, I guess there was quite a lot of work modelling all these guys. Some of them look a bit funny is all.
レンに合わせろ。わかった。こっちだ。
そいつはレンさんに用があるってよ。そうか、通りな。
Is it me, or does the guy in the red shirt have really tiny arms?
はめたな。
Oh no! Once again, Rio has fallen into a rather obvious trap. Well, these guys are no match for us. I mean, we've beaten 70 members of the Mad Angels. That's like, this is nothing compared to that. I mean, okay, these guys are a little bit tougher than the Mad Angels. They don't go down in like one hit. But nothing to worry about if we keep our distance and focus on one at a time. But wait a minute. Something seems to be wrong. So yeah, you can't actually win that fight. They kind of do this really long fade out thing to show that you're supposed to lose. Perhaps blacking out is an adverse effect of having too many vending machine drinks. Not that that's going to stop me from buying more. Damn the consequences!
「気がついた？
おう。
なんであんな無茶したんだよ。
ヘブンズのレンという男を探してるんだ。
え？
ここは？
俺の家だよ。ビバリーヒルズワーフの海の上さ。
ビバリーヒルズワーフ。
まだ動かない方がいいよ。今日は無理しないで泊まってきなよ。
ああ、すまない。
Well, I think a good night's sleep is just the thing Rio needs after getting beaten up by hundreds of gang members. So let's call it a night. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.